All right, we're back on. We are back on. Sorry, I had to fix the latency. It was crazy. I couldn't even I couldn't even like communicate at all because I was so focused on how far behind the actual video was. Now I fixed it. We're a lot closer to actual real time listening back to the video. So, if you guys have any questions on POTS, that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to talk about right now. I want to tell you guys kind of about a program that I'm going to be running soon too for people with POTS because I realize that not everybody can do one-on-one coaching with POTS. So we'll talk about that in a little bit too. I got to get a couple things up to speed here. I got to get a banner. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions on POTS, please feel free to toss them my way. Gotten a lot of new new subscribers. I've been posting, I think I posted 4 videos in the past. I posted 4 videos in the past 2 weeks on this channel, which is something that I haven't done for a while, but I saw the number of subscribers going up just randomly. 839 is where we're at now. And one of my goals now is to be the biggest POTS YouTuber on the platform. I think it's possible. I think it's very, very possible. I don't think there are other POTS YouTubers. Are there? Are there other POTS YouTubers? Can somebody confirm or deny that? I know it's Friday. Friday's a tough one for people. But I feel like people with POTS are probably free on a Friday. Most people with POTS at least. So that's why we're kicking it old school like this. I need to find these banners, dude. I was sent some banners by by this company that we work with. But I can't find them. We sent some art to put on live streams or whatever. If you guys don't know, I have a podcast now. That's why I've kind of been MIA on this channel because I've been really busy with that. I can't find these banners. I want to find these banners. I can't find these banners. Someone please help me find these banners. Third Z art. Third Z banner. There we go. Got it. Got it. Let me see it. Okay. Yeah. This is it. This is it. I found it, guys. Finally found it. Finally famous. I like that one. I like this one. I like this one the best. Yes. Yes. put that on here. Ooh, boom. What's up, viewer? What's up? What's up? What's up? Do I have what? I don't know what SFN is. What is that exactly? If you can elaborate on that, I might be able to tell you, but so far, no good. I don't know what that is. We're just kind of moving these this stuff around real quick too. I want to see if I can make this look a little bit better, a little cleaner for you guys. I think that looks better. What do you guys think? Does that look better? Does that look better? I think so. All right, what is SFN, sir, ma'am? Educate me. Small fiber neuropathy. Let me Google what that is. I know what neuropathy is, but I don't want to get this right. Small fiber neuropathy. Definition of small fiber neuropathy. A small fiber neuropathy occurs when damage to the peripheral nerves predominantly or entirely affect the small myelinated fibers. Specific fiber types. Symptoms: pins and needles, pricks, tingling, and numbness. I don't have like burning in my feet and hands. Sometimes I get tingling in both, in like mostly like my my big toes. I didn't to be honest with you, I didn't know that was a POTS thing. I thought that I just take too many B vitamins or something of that nature. I didn't know that was a POTS thing. But yeah, I can confirm I do have that. Is that something that you deal with frequently? And I should say, because I didn't know that was a problem, I guess it didn't really bother me. I think it's really important to note that people with POTS will make something a POTS issue regardless. So, and what I mean by that is people with POTS they'll feel an issue, they'll Google it. It turns out that that's a symptom of POTS, and suddenly it's terrible because it's related to POTS. The problem with that is that everything is a symptom of everything. So regardless of if it's a symptom of POTS or not, if it's bothersome, that's what the real issue is, right? It's not the issue that it has to do with POTS or, heart failure or whatever, name your disease, name your chronic illness. That's not really the big issue here. The issue is that the thing sucks. So how do you deal with the symptom? How do you deal with the thing? That's my opinion. I see we got more people in here. We got a decent amount from me. So let's get some people in here. Did I have pooling in my feet? That's a good question. I did not have pooling in my feet often. There are instances where I do have pooling in my feet. So for example, it was Easter a couple of weeks ago, and based off of the food that I ate, I did end up having pooling in my feet. Believe it or not, my shoes like barely fit. We've got some people in here, you guys. Ask some questions. Come on. Give me some questions. That's what I'm here for. I am here to answer your guys' questions. Questions. Do you have them? Have them. Okay. Skip. I just downloaded Streamlab because I guess it's a better way to to do this. And yeah. I like it. I have an existing account. Interesting. Boom. What are the other questions we got? Give me some questions, y'all. Give me some questions. I am here to answer. I don't care if you have 4 questions, 1 question, a gazillion questions. Give me some questions because that's what I came on to answer. We just got more subscribers. We are actually up. We're up 50 like the past 2 weeks, which is crazy. My goal is now to become the top POTS YouTuber, the biggest POTS YouTuber, aside from grow my podcast channel super significantly. Does weather affect your POTS? In what way? What do you mean? So I noticed that weather, like extreme cold, can get me like dizzy if I'm outside a lot in the extreme cold. I am one of those people that does not tolerate heat very well. Like right now I am burning up and I sweat like a freaking pig. I sweat so bad, it's disgusting. But these are all things that I actually get my body acclimated to and I train my body to deal with. Is that what you're asking? Yep. Heat is definitely an issue for most people with POTS, especially like a lot of the people that I work with that I coach one-on-one that have POTS, that is an issue for them. However, we train for it. We acclimate to it. So I like my people to get heat adapted because, well, I mean, I think the because is pretty obvious why I like them to get heat adapted, but I like them to be heat adapted. I am a big fan. If you go on my YouTube channel right now, I literally just posted a sauna video for POTS, and I explained kind of like a little kind of way of how I would actually go about giving people, protocol or I'm new to this. I'm new to this chat thing while I'm talking. Give people recommendations on how I would do it, how I would have them acclimate to heat. Naomi, hey, do you know what caused your POTS and do you have COVID? I don't currently have COVID. I know I'm like coughing. I got some phlegm in my throat. I'm trying to cough it up. I don't have COVID right now. I don't know if that's the question that you were asking. Do I know what caused my POTS? I did a whole video on this actually on my channel, and I'll go over it briefly. I competed in powerlifting, strongman, and bodybuilding for a long time, mostly powerlifting and strongman. And back then, supplements were not as regulated as they are today. Not that they're regulated almost at all, but I think that the use and abuse on my nervous system via, to be honest, amphetamines, right? Because we used to have this compound called 1,3-dimethylate in pre-workouts. I think that use and abuse of stims, caffeine, methamphetamines, because amphetamines were in pre-workouts before, not because I'm a crackhead or anything like that. I think abusing my nervous system in that way, and then long prolonged diets, things of that nature, I think that that's what caused my POTS. I'm not sure. And I don't really care about what caused my POTS, and that's what my whole video is on. because regardless of what caused my POTS, that doesn't change the outcome of me having POTS. Either way, I have POTS, so I deal with POTS. There's nothing I can do about how I got it, so I just deal with what I have now. COVID is causing POTS in a lot of people, but doctors don't seem to know much about POTS because it's a fairly new phenom in the sense that it wasn't like a large population of people did not have it. When I was diagnosed with it 4 or 5 years ago, however long it's been now, I went to the emergency room about 14 times. I didn't see one doctor that even could give me an inkling of what was going on with me. And then one emergency room doc said that there was something weird about my orthostatic numbers. And he's the one that recommended me to a neurologist, which recommended me to a cardiophysiologist, electrophysiologist. That's what it is, electrophysiologist. And that's the dude, or the neurologist is who knew about POTS. The next person knew about POTS too, but not very many. Like my PCP, my primary care physician, had no idea what it was for the longest time. None of the ER docs. So yeah, doctors don't really know much about it. They don't know how to handle it. So it's really, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of Western medicine and the system and stuff like that, but I don't fault them for not knowing about it. It's fairly new. COVID seems to be causing it for a lot of people. It seems like the COVID seems to be causing it for a lot of people. Yeah, but I don't really fault them. It's not really like a big thing. The population that had it the most when I was first researching it was like, I think it was like high school soccer player females. High school female soccer players were the people that mostly had it. And it was a broader term called dysautonomia. And dysautonomia is still a term for dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system, and POTS is like a subcategory of it. Naomi, sorry, I meant if you have had it in general, not right now. No, that's fine. I didn't know what the question was, and that's okay. Yeah, I had it. I did have it. I had it years after I got diagnosed with POTS, and I fared out just fine. But I am what I would probably consider to be like recovered, right? Or on my way to recovery. I'm more recovered. Not fully recovered, but like I'm definitely not suffering a ton. What we got, guys? What other questions do you have? Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. I'm freaking hot in here. Hold on. I gotta go get a wallet real quick, and I gotta take this freaking sweatshirt off. And I gotta get my phone. All right, I'm back. I am back. Have I been on the Standing Up to POTS podcast? I've never even heard of this. Can you link me? I've never heard of this podcast, but I'm definitely interested in it. Is it a big pod? You guys, if you do enjoy this type of thing, let me know by liking the live. It helps out a lot. If you click that like button, lets me know that I should continue to do this more. I plan on doing it more, but yeah, I plan on doing it more. That's all I'm going to say. I'm curious about this podcast, though. I have a podcast, if you guys didn't know. I think it's the third time that I said it. The Counterculture Podcast. By the way, for you guys who struggle with sleep, I know that sleep is rough for people with POTS. Hit this right here. Counterculture ZZZ for 20% off of Thirdsy. What's really cool about this product is that it doesn't include melatonin. It only uses L-theanine, GABA, magnesium, and then collagen, 10 grams of collagen, which comes out about 3.5 grams of glycine, which is very, very good for calming the mind and keeping you asleep. I find that it doesn't really help put you to sleep, but it helps keep you asleep, which is freaking key. For me, it's a game changer. And with something that is, based on the nervous system that, attacks the nervous system, basically, sleep is going to be number one priority, super important. So there's my 2 cents there. That's why I have that banner there. It's a company that I work with, full disclosure, but they're dope. People are dope, and the product is dope. Bruv. All right, keep asking me questions. Keep asking questions. I didn't have a plan for this today, for what I was going to do. I just decided, have I tried oxygen chamber? I have not. What would exactly be the benefit of an oxygen chamber? For POTS specifically. Here's something that I wanna, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a dick. There are so many people that fall victim to these alternative medicine guys, holistic practitioners, chiropractors, all this stuff in the POTS community. And it's kind of daunting, and it's really gross, because the POTS community seems to be a community of people. Right now, there's a whole community on it of people. You can go on Reddit, and there's different chat forums and Facebook groups and stuff like that. But the POTS community seems to be freaking riddled, number one, with people who are so anxious and so desperate and in need of an answer and in need of help, that they fall for so many things. I have had so many POTS clients who have been to doctors, they have been to these doctors and they get duped into believing that they have mold poisoning, parasites, all these things that can really be an issue. They can for sure be an issue, but it's probably not the issue for POTS. It's likely not. And then they fall victim because most of these people who prescribe these treatments for mold and heavy metal toxicity and name your alternative medicine thing, right? Name it. All of these things are so expensive. And the POTS community seems to be extra invested in their health and extra, what's that called? Extra, gullible. Let's say gullible. They'll fall for anything, but it's because they're desperate. So they'll try anything. But they take any answer as true. And they think that everything that somebody tells them is true. And I get it. But there are things that are for sure studied. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of holistic medicine, alternative medicine. I am not a fan of the Western medicine model. I don't work with normal doctors. I work with an alternative medicine doc. But that was all after I got my mind right and stopped thinking that every little thing was wrong with me. Because with people with POTS, it's always, I have a heart issue. I have an ailment that makes me get injured all the time. I am this, I am that. They assign all these things to themselves that might not even be true. But because they have POTS, they think that they have all these issues. Instead of just as POTS, treat the POTS. You're weak, so you keep getting injured because you have POTS and you haven't been strength training for a long time. You are lethargic because you've been laying in bed all day. You've been sitting down. You haven't even been trying to exercise. You're lethargic because you're underfed. You don't eat the right foods. You don't have the right nutrients. You don't take the right vitamins. You don't drink enough water. You don't hydrate. You don't use sodium, potassium, magnesium. You're not working out. You're not getting sleep. You're literally staying up until 2 a.m. hitting WebMD to figure out what else could be wrong with you. Most things in life are very simple fixes, but they require work. And people don't want to do the work. Most things, rather, I should say, have simple answers, but people don't want to do the work. My biggest gripe and my biggest problem with the POTS community is that everyone is a victim. And it's true that everyone is a victim, but to themselves. It's your responsibility to educate yourself. It's your responsibility. Like, I'll give you guys an example. I had somebody, this has nothing to do with POTS. I had somebody that thought that their kid had a parasite because a doctor told them that their child might have a parasite. 6-year-old kid. They have a parasite. Well, why? Why do they have a parasite? Well, because they're acting up. They're 6. They're 6 years old. So you want to put the child on chelators, binders, all these different supplements that could actually be an issue for the child, right? Chelators and binders pull heavy metals and toxins from wherever. I'm not going to get into all that because I'm not a doctor, but they pull all the heavy metals and toxins or whatever. And then you want to get on parasite medication, but there's no proof of that. And so it's your responsibility to educate yourself on what mold toxicity actually is and how it shows up, how it manifests, and what kind of tests do you need to get. Are you living in a mold-infested home? Are you going to work where there's mold? All these different things. I keep using mold as an example because it's literally every single one of my POTS clients has been duped. And actually, a lot of the times, the mold treatment ends up making them worse. Somebody just came in. So there's my little rant. There's my rant. And it's people taking advantage of the anxiety and the desperation, and it sucks. It sucks. People that are supposed to be medical professionals and be having your best interests at heart and in mind. All right, my little rant on that is over. I see we still got some viewers. I must not have said anything too crazy or too bad. Let's ask some more questions. Let's get in here. What muscle would you say is most important for people with POTS? My quads are weak. Every muscle. Every muscle is important for people with POTS. Every single one. I don't think that there's one that's less important or more important. I think that there's evidence to suggest that when you stand up and you get dizzy in POTS, that flexing your abs, right, helps kind of, I don't know how to correctly say it, so forgive me, but it just helps with the symptom of feeling dizzy, I guess. I am not on Twitter, no. You mean X? Hello? No, I'm not a Twitter guy. I had a Twitter for a while. I don't know. I don't like it. There's like porn and stuff on there. I'm not a porn guy at all. And I don't want to randomly see porn. I also don't want I'm also not a fan of like seeing extreme violence randomly. It's just not my thing. Oh, this always happens with PayPal for me. So stupid. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Who keeps running in and out? Hello? Oh, my girlfriend. That'd be who? I also have to let my dog out. So I'm going to let this dog out real quick, and then you guys can, actually, you know what he probably wants is he probably wants, some water. I'm going to get him some water. I'll be waiting for you guys' questions when I'll answer them as soon as I get back. All right. We back. We back now. We back. All right, guys, what other questions do you have for Potts? I'm probably going to get off of here in like 20 minutes. Maybe sooner. It's a nice-ish day out. It's like one of the nicer days in Wisconsin so far. I have been hitting the sauna 4 to 5 times a week for 20 minutes recently at 180 degrees to make sure that I am ready for summer. That's how ready for summer I am. I want to be ready, be a beast. I don't know if you guys have seen, I made a video showing the outdoor area that we have now for working out. We have a big outdoor CrossFit rig now at my house. I anchored it into the ground not too long ago. Yeah, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. Fun time. What are some exercise questions that you guys have? Exercise is something that I get a lot of interest in when it comes to people with POTS. Like I do a good amount of online coaching for people with POTS. And the questions are always so different. I will say this, there is no I'm going to be okay. I shouldn't say no. There's no. I'm going to be opening up at some point a subscription-based service for people with POTS to join to start exercising. I think that the Levine and the CHOPS protocol is total bull crap. I think it's malarkey. I don't think it's good. I think it sucks, to be honest with you. So I'm going to draw out a membership program where I have you guys follow basically protocol that I would, how I would structure a program. It's not going to be hyper individualized as I do for my one-on-one clients, but it's going to have guidelines. And then there's going to be like a weekly question and answer that you get along with the program. So that if you do have any issues with the program or how progressing or like it's not working in a certain way for you, that it can be addressed via chat, via Q&A. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Like the video, hit the comments, put it in the chat. Hoping to get there pretty soon, actually. Once I hit 1,000 subs, I think that's what I'm going to do. You gotta go outside? You wanna go potty, Flex? Oh, Bubba. My dog has ALS, basically. It's sad. Why am I out of focus? Whoop, there we go. Back in focus. All right. We have 839 subscribers now. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm going to be super happy when we get to that 1,000 mark. And then when we get to that 1,000 mark, I'm going to do that subscription-based thing. It's probably going to be anywhere between probably for the first 10 people, it'll be $50 a month, something like that. And then, yeah, we'll do probably, I don't know, go up from there for sure. Probably $50 a month for your first month and then move the price up. All right, guys. Well, I hope you did like this live. I'm going to get off of here now. Not a lot of action. I think one of the viewers is just me. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this live. If you did, please remember to hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we'll talk to you guys in the next live. I think I might go live later, just see how this works. So